Stand-up paddleboarding is the fastest growing water sport in the world. We are here at 808 Boards, Napili Bay, Maui, where it's one of the best places to learn.
This isn't right! He's not a native! He's gonna get killed!
Kenny, be careful!
Quiet! He must face this challenge alone.
So selecting a board is a pretty simple process. We base it off your height, your weight, and your ability level. We have a lot of boards to choose from. Today we're going to go with a Jimmy Lewis Maestro. It's 10 foot 3 inches long. It's 35 inches wide. It's nice and thick. Super stable board right here. This is perfect for learning how to paddleboard. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to choose a paddle. Today we're going with a Kealoha adjustable. These are awesome, made in the USA. We're going to choose a leash. We're going to go with a 10 foot coiled Decline. These are nice because you don't have all that extra slack dragging around behind you. Your leash needs to be about as long as your board. And if you need them, we have Pfds. You're not required to wear these in the state of Hawaii, but we do provide them at no additional charge if you like them. We have your classic life jacket, or we have these guys. These are inflatables. You just wear it around your waist like a fanny pack. It's CO2 charged. Just pull the cord if you need it, stick your head through, and you're done. These are awesome. All right, so here I've gone ahead and taken the fins out of this board so I can demonstrate for you where to stand and all that good stuff. But when your board's laying on the beach, lay it like this with the deck pad down, because the sun can really do damage to the deck pad. And plus, you don't want to damage the fins. You know, if some kid comes along and jumps on the board, they could snap a fin. So always lay it like this. But the first thing you want to do, obviously, is put your leash on. You can put it on either ankle. It doesn't really matter, since your feet are going to be side by side, shoulder width apart, right in the middle of the board. This Maestro is nice. It's got the black area marked there for you. So just pick an ankle. All right, today we're using a Kealoha adjustable paddle. These are awesome. There's just a lever in the middle of the handle. Flip it up, slides up. This paddle is actually idiot proof. It's got the rider height on it. I'm 5'9", so I'll adjust it down, square up my handle, and then just lock her down. But a good rule of thumb is, you know, you want it 7 to 8 inches above the head. So your paddle's angled for a reason. Angles forward, points away from you. You get a more efficient stroke out of it that way, and you kind of pick yourself up out of the water. Your stroke is from a few feet in front of your toes, just past your heels. Kick it out and recover. And try to use your lats and the big muscles in your body. You can go a lot longer that way. If you use your arms too much, you'll wear yourself out for sure. And also try to paddle with your paddle as vertical as possible, because your board will track straighter. If you paddle with it angled like this, you know, you start doing a gradual turn. So we're just gonna stand with our feet side by side, shoulder width apart. You can bend your knees a little bit. That's your shock absorber. And look straight ahead. Don't ever look down at the board. If you look down, you're gonna wanna go down. Look straight ahead and try to keep moving, kind of like a bike. If you get caught in the wind while you're out on the water, just remember your body's a sail. Make yourself as small as possible. So go back to your knees, choke down on your paddle, and you can paddle to shore that way. But if you really get in trouble, you can lay on your stomach and just lay on top of your paddle and paddle with your arms like it's a surfboard, and you cut right through the wind. All right, next we're gonna learn how to carry our board. First thing, you don't want your leash dragging the ground. Grab that guy, you got your paddle. Right here is your carry handle, dead center of the board. Lay your paddle down like so. You can grab it all with one hand. And use your free hand to control the board in the wind. If there's a little bit of breeze, it'll try to helicopter on you a little bit. So this is the proper way to do it. So once we get your equipment and you get down to the beach, the first thing you want to do is check your surroundings. What's the wind doing? What are the waves doing? Where's all the snorkelers at? Usually up here at Napili Bay, we have east-northeast trade winds, so you kind of want to stay on the north end of the bay. It's a lot more sheltered and protected over on that side. And then to get started, just walk your board into the shallow water and shove off on your knees. Paddle away from shore on your knees, and then once you build up a little speed, cross the board with the paddle like so you can put both hands down at the same time. That way you can land both feet at the same time. And then come right up and go right into paddling. You know, always keep your eye on the ocean when you're getting in and out of the water, because even the smallest wave can pick up the board and throw it into you. And if waves are coming at you, always take them head on or have them hit you square from behind. If they hit you from the side, you're getting wet for sure, which isn't a bad thing. You know, always stay in a couple of feet of water. Remember, you have fins. You don't want to damage your fins, and you definitely don't want to fall on the reef. So if you're going down, try to fall flat. Don't ever go head first or feet first. So one thing to remember, you know, if you're not strong enough to carry your equipment down to the beach, then you're probably not going to be strong enough paddling back upwind. Need the situation to rise. It gets breezy up in Napili Bay sometimes. You don't want to get blown into the rocks or blown out into the channel. I mean, if you have to become a rescue victim, then you have to deal with the cops, the fire truck, the ambulance, the lifeguards. You don't want any part of it, I promise.
Perhaps he does have the heart of a native after all.
He still has yet to make the turn. Oh! That's pretty good.
Kitty!
I told you how they couldn't do it. Did you make the turn your first try? Did any of us?
So the easiest way to turn the board, just paddle backwards. Stick your paddle back here, do a nice sweeping turn. It'll really spin that nose, and if you want to, you can go to the other side and finish your turn on the other side. And also, please try to take care of your equipment. Don't ever just drop it on the ground or let kids play on it while it's laying in the sand. And please don't share your equipment with anyone that hasn't had the location-specific warnings and basic instruction. You know, if somebody gets blown out to sea or ends up on the reef and gets hurt or even tears up the equipment, you know, you're responsible for it. You signed for it. If you tear up the equipment, then you have to deal with Albert. Please bring your equipment back in the same condition as when you rented it, and Albert will be happy. Just remember, when you're entering the water, to walk your board into the shallow water and paddle away from shore on your knees. Same thing when you're coming back in, try to stop in the shallows and try to carry your board out. Don't ever beach your board, and always keep your eye on the ocean. You never know what those waves are doing. Even the smallest wave can pick up the board and throw it into you. Thank you for watching our video, but if you'd like to learn more, we do offer lessons. Just give us a call or come on by. Mahalo.